Hello and welcome to another episode of D-Dubs Plays. This week we're back in Sandy Shores and we're going to be turning this mess of an agricultural area into a farm worthy of this city. For those of you that are new here, what I tend to do with industries areas is just throw everything in until they reach 5 stars and then I'll come back and redesign them. Those of you who've been here a while may remember that the last time you saw these areas they were only 3 stars, so there are some blanks to fill in. My original plan for this episode was to build a nice pedestrian area in this space here between the turbine interchange and the park that I built in the last episode. However, as I was planning that build, I realised that the city's finances just weren't capable of supporting it at the moment. I threw in this ugly and very definitely temporary housing area to get the population up, just to fill the jobs for the agricultural area and the forestry area over here and get both of them up to level 5. I will be going back and redesigning that area, it is not staying. But yeah, it did the job. I got these 2 areas both up to 5 stars and today I'm going to be working on the farming area and turning this into something nice. And then depending on how much time I've got left when I've finished, I might be just going around and doing a little bit of housekeeping in the city. Now just quickly before we start, I know you've heard it 1,000 times before, but liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, these things make a massive difference to a little channel like mine, and I really appreciate it when you do it, so thank you in advance. That said, let's get into it. Now I'm just going to start off by putting in a temporary power line just over here so that I can get rid of the power next to the farm without cutting off the supply. And now that we've done that, let's get rid of these. I think I'll probably get rid of that for now as well. Actually that's redundant because the power jumps across there. Let's pause the game for a moment. I'll get rid of the path there. I want to bring down an industrial road. I think we'll go from about there. Let's just go to there for now. So I'm thinking I want this end of the farm to be a bit more sort of industrial, and then as we come down towards this end, this is where it's going to be more rural, all fields and that sort of thing. So let's start by taking this one here and moving that over to the road here. Now I want to kind of position this, I think about there. I might move it down a little bit further, but we've got this little bit here where it comes in, and I think we can put some fences next to that and create a little bit of space around the crematorium here. I really like the way that I created this nice peaceful space around this crematorium, and I'd like to do something similar around this one here. I think we'll take one of these bakeries and squeeze that in this gap here. Oh, that's perfect. Let's put the bakery here, over here, move these out of the way for the time being. Get rid of this bit of road. I think I want to put just a short section of road in here, and then we'll put this bakery in there, just so that we can change the orientation of that one. Then we'll bring this down to, yeah, about there should be good, I think. I'm just going to delete the fields. I think we will replace those with larger ones. And then we'll go a little bit further out. Let's go like that. Yeah, I think that's good. Now I think I'm actually going to keep the farmhouse there. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this temporarily. Let's switch to this road. Let's 3 deep, so I'm going to leave space of 3 along there. We'll bring this road all the way to about there. That should be fine. And then those are 2 deep. Let's move this one. Let's put this one here actually. Bring one of these down here. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Going to move this one in over here. Oh, I have got another one. Let's move this one to there. And we'll bring this one up here to there. I think we'll have one of these small barns. Can go, put that there, and I think I'm just going to put a little bit of farm fence up here just so that we can get the grid in there. We'll paint this district and we will give it the farming specialization, and then we'll just put a little 2x2 lot in there. I'm going to run it, see what pops up there. We're going to get rid of these, and we'll get rid of all of this road as well. And I think we'll bring this straight down to meet the main road that we put in down here. I don't like what the terrain's doing there. Okay, I've got all the terrain nice and smooth now, so should be a little bit easier to place the farm the way that I want it. And I think I'm going to put a medium crop field in right there. We'll bring the road along next to it like so, and let's see if we've got enough space. Yeah, perfect. And they've actually both gone in as greenhouses, which is what I was going to make them anyway, so that's perfect. So we still got the kind of industrial look as we sort of transition away from this area, and then as we come into this area here, we're going to go into more farms and fields and things, I think. Going to move that to there. I think we'll pop one in there as well. That asset there is perfect for the generic industry asset. Okay, I've just moved everything all the way down to this end for the time being, and we're just going to get rid of all of this road in between. Then we're just going to pop a little piece of road in here, just long enough to make sure that those are connected to it. And then we're going to go approximately parallel with the motorway there. That I think looks good. Then we'll just hook these up with a little piece of curved road. Do you know what? I'm actually going to get rid of those, and I'm just going to go like that. There we go. Yeah, that's perfect. Those should still be connected to the road there. And then here I'm actually going to throw in the riding stable. I think that's an asset that kind of suits the aesthetic in this area. So yeah, it's maybe not something you might think of putting in the agricultural district, but yeah, I think it works. So we're going to pop that in. I think we'll put a little road up the side here. Let's go straight. There we go. Yeah, I'll pop a little straight road up the side just to the end of the asset there, and then we can pop in a couple of generic industry assets as well. I think it's always a good idea to mix in a few ordinary industry with the same specialization when you're doing industries areas. Okay, I've just moved all of these leftover assets up to this end, and I've drawn out a little bit more road over this end. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop in a couple of the medium farms. We'll put one in, I think we're going to put one in that way round, one in that way round, and then we're just going to put a small farm on the end there, and we're just going to change all of these around. I think we're going to make this one, yeah, the wheat farm. I like the little barn in the wheat farm there. This one I think we will make into, yeah, let's do potatoes there, and we'll make this one potatoes as well, so they kind of look like they're part of the same field. And then this one, I kind of like that, but I want a bit of variety in these, so we're going to swap this one. Yeah, I kind of like the barn in that one. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Oh, we've just reached our next milestone, so we've unlocked another tile. We've got shipping, university campus areas, a couple more roads. We've got harbour, cargo harbour, eco water treatment, American football stadium, advanced inland water treatment plant, and the Peanut Bowl Memorial Stadium. Loving the bad peanut stadiums. Now I've got this space between the fields here, but I've got an idea of what I'm going to do with this. Let's start by putting in a short section of road. Let's go on to straight. There we go. Put a short section of road in, about that long. I'm just going to take it out a little bit either side. That'll do, I'm going to delete it in a minute anyway. And we're just going to pop one of these barns in. Right there. And then we'll delete these pieces of road here. Perfect. And then we'll just use some of this farm fence. So now we've got a nice little custom field, and we can fill that with some of the some of these little bushes to create some rows of crops. Now that will reduce the fertility in this area, but we should still have enough fertility in the ground under the Romanian fields so that it's not an issue. And there we go. It does take a little bit of time to get all of those rows of bushes in, but it gives quite a nice effect, I think. Now we need to find some homes for these last few barns and other bits and bobs here. I think one of the larger barns at the end there looks quite nice. We'll put a smaller one up there. I think we'll just move this one down a bit, put it in front of the field here. And I think another little stretch of road just about there would fit quite nicely. I think I'm going to move this one over to there. Take one of these barns and pop it in on that road, and then we'll put another one in that way, so we've got the different orientations there. I think a small grain silo just there would work nicely, and I'm actually going to shift this larger barn down a bit further. Let's put this one down here. This, I think, will go quite nicely in this space. And we'll just move this barn just to there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move that one to there. And I'm going to pop a large grain silo in there. Yeah, that works. I think this actually looks fine where it is. I think I'm going to just leave that there. Let's pop another one of these in here. I think I'm actually going to move these over a little bit. I'm going to move them this way. I'm going to pop a large grain silo in there. I think a couple of small ones in next to it. And then we'll put a small barn in next to those. Yeah, I think I like that. Large barn there, I think. I'm just going to put another bit of generic industry there. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with the way I've got this laid out now. This end's the more industrial end. This is what I kind of imagine as the business end, where the trucks are collecting things and that sort of thing. And then we kind of get into a more sort of rural area, more sort of warehouses, barns, and then into the fields down at this end here. So I think we just need to get some detailing done and this will look really nice. Let's add that D-Dubs awesome sauce. think I'm happy with this area now. Nothing too complicated here, we've just put some trees in, some rocks along the riverbank, a few fences around some of the fields, but I think it's looking really quite nice now. Definitely much better than it was. Looking much more industrial over at this end here, which is exactly what I was going for. And then we've created this nice peaceful area around the crematorium here as well. Now I mentioned a bit of housekeeping, and we're going to start over here with the park that we built last week. I didn't give it a name, and since it was originally built to feature on Joy Build Cities channel, I think it's only right that it should be named for Joy. And there we go, it is now the Joyful City Park. We're also going to name the turbine interchange here. Now because Jess can never remember what this interchange is called, it is now officially a Swirly Twirly. There you go, Jess, you've got the name right. And of course we do need to name our new farm area. And we're going to call it Move the Mouse Farm. Move the Mouse is another creator that makes some great vanilla Cities Skylines content, and he was kind enough to share one of my videos a couple of weeks ago. So by way of thanks, I'll name this new farm area in honour of Move the Mouse, and as usual I will drop a link to his channel down in the description. Now I think next time we visit Sandy Shores we're going to tackle this district and make this look a bit nicer than it does at the moment. Now I hope you've enjoyed today's build, and I will catch you in the next one.